We're so back. Picking up where I left off, after approximately 200 hours of mining, I rolled a new task, the Warp Scepter. Now, I'd go straight into killing the warp creatures and get this done in maybe a couple hours, but this actually requires that I complete Path of Exile. I mean Gluffery. Here's the requirements. Let's get right into it. So, I decided to start with Waterfall Quest. I know this one is iconic. You come straight from Tutorial Island, get your 30 attack and strength, and don't even pay attention to what this place even is. Here's my best recreation of events for your viewing pleasure. Alright, so you basically go and hit on this kid's mom while he's out back trying to find some treasure like a dork. He tells you to piss off, so you decide to take the treasure for yourself and teach him a lesson. Then, you find a book on how to get into Bextorian Falls. Run through a maze, talk to a gnome and get a rock, narrowly escape being squished by a moss giant to get an urn and amulet, and finally, you get into the dungeon behind the falls. You still with me? Once you get inside, you run through a bunch of deadly spiders, get a key, run back past the deadly spiders, run past a bunch of fire giants, and you finally made it to the tomb. Here, you're gonna put a bunch of runes into these 6 different pillars, put your amulet on the statue, put the rock on the other statue, and lastly, you're gonna use the urn on the chalice. Make sure you don't touch the chalice first, because you're gonna get kicked out. And there you have it. Quest completed. 13,000 experience. That's 48 strength. Was that attack XP as well? It was. 43 attack, 48 strength. Amazing. Next order of business is Tree Gnome Village. Let's scroll through here. Okay, so I already started it. It looks like I just have to talk to the commander north of the maze. So, this is another quick quest. I'll just see you guys once I'm done. You stumble across this big grassy maze while navigating through a whole ass war between the Khazar troops and the gnomes. This chill ass dude named Elko is standing there at the entrance, almost as if he's been waiting for you to come by. He goes, "Hey man, we need your help." And you're like, "What's up?" He goes, "Go talk to my king. He's waiting at the center of this maze." And you're like, "And you guide me?" And he's like, "Nah bro, don't be a bitch. It's easy." So you start making your way through the maze when you hear him whisper, "Watch out for the giants." And you're like, "What was that?" And he goes, "Nothing." So, you get to the village and talk to the king. He explains that the Khazar troops have been meanie bobinis, and they've torsioned a ball right off their magic spirit tree. The king asks for your help to go retrieve it, and you agree. He tells you to go talk to his trusty general to be brought up to speed. The general tells you that they're holding the magic ball inside an impenetrable tower, and you'll need to fix the ballista in order to knock a hole on the side. Once you fix it, he says he's got 3 tracker gnomes getting coordinates, and you'll need to get those numbers from them. After doing so, you command the operator where to shoot, then you make your way inside the crumbling tower. You find the goopy ball, and you bring it back to the king. You find the king in shambles. Some tough guy, Khazard warlord, yanked the remaining pair of balls from the tree like it was some kind of sick joke. You make your way over to him to finally put him in his place. Here, you spend like 10 minutes trying to safe spot him like the man you are, and you end up killing him before you even figure out where to get him stuck, making you doubt you ever understood how this game works. You bring the balls back to the king and restore the tri-sack of the spirit tree. Everyone dances in excitement. Quest completed. There we go. All the way to 45. Does that unlock anything? Doesn't look like it. So not only does that give me attack XP, but it also unlocks traveling through the spirit trees, which is probably going to be my main mode of transportation besides spells. Let's go over to Tree Gnome Stronghold. I'm going to go and complete the Grand Tree quest now. That is another requirement. Grand Tree. And this is going to be... 25 agility. Shoot. I did not remember there was an agility requirement for this. You know what? Let me go ahead and get the 25 agility and then I'll complete this quest. Ooh, okay. Mark of Grace. I can't pick these up and spend them on amylase. Unfortunately, I can't stock them up to eventually get the outfit, the graceful outfit. But you know, this will be my future stock of stamina potions. Okay, there's 10 agility. Ooh, okay. There's 20. So, Alcarid course. Oh, it's only gonna take 3? Oh wait, no, that's the 21. Hang on. The 25. Yeah, so 16 laps. It's not too bad. There we have it. That's 25 agility. Unfortunately, I didn't get the 10 marks of grace, but you know, no big deal. I'll just work on that another time. So we'll go back to the Gnome Stronghold and we'll complete the, what was the name again? The giant tree. No, that doesn't sound right. Giant tree? The Grand Tree. There we go. You show up at the Gnome Stronghold, hand firmly gripping your simi, and head over to greet King Narnode. Immediately gaining his trust somehow, he takes you down to his goon cave and tells you that the Grand Tree, the foundation of the stronghold, is dying. He asks for your help investigating, saying that the top tree guardian thinks it's the humans' fault, but he is not convinced. You hit him with, "I got you, cuh," and head out to meet Hazelmere, one of the gnomes which created the tree, along with a sample of bark and some translation notes. After waiting 20 minutes for your minigame telly to come off cooldown, you make it to Hazelnut's hut, just off the eastern coast of Yanil. You hand over the bark sample and fill him in. Bro starts talking about banana papoy, and you realize he's talking in some ancient language. Using the translation book, you find out that some human came by with a letter from the king requesting Draconia rocks, which can kill the tree. Bingo. You bring this information back to the king, and he tells you that the Draconia rocks were created as some sort of failsafe in case the Grand Tree grew out of control, and somehow someone must have forged his seal to gain access to them. He directs you to go speak with Glow? Glove, his head guard. You show up unannounced at Glove's house and interrupt his lunch break to break the news. Now, this guy already hates humans, so he starts going off about, "Ain't from around these here parts, are ya, boy?" And, "You people don't belong here. I'll take care of this myself." Huh? Anyway, you go back to the king, and he says Gluff already caught the guy and has him jailed at the top of the tree. You question Charlie, the man in jail, and he says he's been set up, claiming it was Gluff who told him to go get the rocks from Huzzleberry. You tell the king, but he doesn't believe you, so you go and tell Gluff that you know his cape is bought, and believe it or not, you're sent straight to jail. Talking to your new roomie, he informs you that you should go and talk to the foreman at Karamja, saying some shady shit went down there recently, and gives you the super secret password. The king frees you and says to take the glider to avoid any guards. You make it into the shipyard, convincing the foreman you were sent by Gluff to gather the plans. Turns out, Gluff is building a fleet to wipe out humans. You sneak back into the stronghold to tell your boy Narni, but he still doesn't believe you. Out of ideas, you ask Charlie, who says Gluff's girlfriend has a key to his chest. Pay her a visit, and she just gives you the key, telling you to go bring it back to him. In his chest, you find the invasion plans, but even with this, the king doesn't believe you, saying that they searched his house and only found some weird sticks. Using your knowledge of ancient gnome language with the translation book, you find that the sticks are actually letters that can spell out open. So you go back to Gluff's house and place them on some pedestals on his roof, right by a hidden trapdoor, which opens it. You jump inside and find Gluff there, waiting for you. He monologues like a bad Disney villain and sends his pet demon to kill you. Unfortunately, He hasn't read the wiki and doesn't know you can just safe spot the demon to take no damage. What an idiot. After dispatching the demon, you follow the tunnel and see you're actually under the tree, in the secret cave. You tell the king what happened, and he sends a guard to investigate the tunnel, finding Glove hiding under a pile of Draconia rocks. Finally, the king believes you, and has you search for the rock hidden in the tree roots that's killing the tree. As is tradition, you find it hidden behind the last damn root you decide to search, and bring it back to the king. With the tree now healing, quest completed. Oh, so nice. All the way up to 31 agility, 47 attack, 44 magic, 52 combat. Does the agility unlock anything? Okay, so that unlocks the leaping trout. Hang on, that's before. Ooh, agility pyramid, okay. It's a different moneymaker. And the penguin course, that's gonna be way out of reach. And leaping salmon. Oh, and the Vera course, okay. Some nice unlocks. 47 attack doesn't unlock anything. 44 magic gives me inferior demon bane. Alright. Some major gains this week. Those first 3 quests are the pillars of a lot of content in RuneScape, and I'm glad I was able to get them done. Now, this video took me some time to complete, and I still have a ways to go before completing this task, but I do have to end it here so as to not let the runtime carry over too long. If you liked my silly quest explanation segment, let me know in the comments so that I can know whether to keep including them or not. Either way, I had a lot of fun with this one, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.